Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a major decision by President Trump that has a lot of people talking, and for good reason. On January 28th, President Trump signed an executive order to freeze federal funding across several key programs. And this move has sparked questions, concerns, and even legal challenges. What does this mean for you, your family, and services you rely on? Whether it's education, healthcare, infrastructure, or international aid, we're breaking it all down to help you understand the impact of this decision. Let's get into it. So what exactly happened? President Trump signed an executive order stopping the disbursement of federal funding for a wide range of programs. This pause is meant to give his administration time to review how these funds are being used and determine if they align with the administration's priority. This isn't a complete cancellation of funding. It's a freeze, but this still means payments for grants, loans, and other federal funded programs are temporarily halted until further notice. And when we talk about federal funds, we're talking about billions of dollars that support critical services nationwide. Let's talk about who this impacts and how. Here are some key areas affected by the funding freeze. Education. Federal grants and fundings for schools, universities, and scholarships could be delayed. While direct student aid like FAFSA and Pell Grants are currently safe, discretionary programs for research and support programs may face setbacks. Programs like disease prevention and Medicaid funding could see temporary pauses, potentially disrupting care for low-income families. Planned upgrades to roads, bridges, and public facilities could be delayed, which could hurt local economies and public safety. International programs that address global health issues like malaria, HIV, and disaster relief may be paused, potentially impacting millions. The scope of this freeze is massive, and the longer it lasts, the more likely it is to cause disruption. This freeze is a part of an effort to reduce what they call wasteful spending and ensure that federal dollars align with current priorities. Essentially, they're saying they want to cut programs that they feel aren't providing any real value. But critics argue that this move oversteps executive authority, as Congress is the branch that's constitutionally responsible for allocating federal funds. Legal experts are questioning whether this action violates the Impoundment Control Act, which prevents the president from withholding funds approved by Congress. Now, let's talk about what this means for the everyday American. In the short term, programs and services that rely on federal funding could face delays or disruptions. For example, schools might see delayed payments for grants, healthcare facilities could face shortages, and infrastructure projects may come to a halt. In the long term, if certain programs lose funding entirely, it could lead to job losses, reduced public services, and increased strains on local government to fill the gaps. For example, if Medicaid funding is impacted, states may have to cut services or raise taxes to make up the difference. If you're concerned about how this freeze may affect you and your community, here are some things you can do. Follow updates from reliable news sources and government agencies to understand how this might impact you. Reach out to your senators and representatives to share your concerns. They're the ones that can challenge or push back on these decisions. 3. Advocate for transparency. Push for clearer communication from the administration about which programs are being reviewed and why. 4. Plan ahead. If you're relying on federal aid, consider backup options and resources to cover potential delays. This decision to freeze federal funding is a big deal, and it's something that we all should be paying attention to. Whether it's education, healthcare, or infrastructure, these funds impact every corner of our lives. Let's stay informed, stay involved, and hold our leaders accountable. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more updates and explanations for important topics like this. And let me know in the comments how you think this decision will impact your community. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.